Well, we're in the backyard and I just chased off 2 deer on accident. Eve and I are getting ready to go out and feed the fish. Right? Yeah. But these are oak trees, these 2 closest ones. And earlier today, I set up this ground blind. So we're gonna try setting that in the morning. And hopefully it gives me a nice, easy shot right here to these trees. Well, it is 8 a.m. on October the 8th. I'm in a ground blind in my backyard, and it got pretty exciting for a minute. 3 does, I'd say 2 fawns and a doe, came out of the woods over here and went to the pond to get a drink. And they came back across. They went in the woods right at 59 yards. I didn't want to shoot that far out of this blind. And then they came across the woods parallel to me, and I believe possibly downwind from me. And there turned out to be, I don't even know, 8 or 10 deer. But they had to go pretty much directly downwind from me. The quest to fulfill a deer tag in my backyard is still an elusive one. This is my second sit out here. Well, it is the 15th of October. It's 5 o'clock in the evening. Just got into the stand. It's about a half-mile walk back here. Got a little sweated up. It's about 50 degrees out, 22-mile-an-hour winds. So it's a bit breezy. I had to do some maintenance on the stand when I got here. I haven't been in since last fall. That's obviously a big no-no. Check your stuff every year for sure. I have a lot of redundancies built into my system. I've got 3 straps on the stand at all time. I've got a lifeline on at all times. I've actually fallen a couple times. Luckily, I've avoided all serious injury. One time I fell to the ground while hanging a stand, probably 12 to 14 feet. The other time I slipped and my harness caught me. But I will not go on a tree without a harness anymore. It's just not worth it. This was a new one though. My primary strap, which is like a 2.5 inch heavy duty strap, the steel hook broke. I'm just amazed. But this, the stand hadn't moved because I got 2 more straps on it. One top, one bottom. The primary strap's also on the top. I got down and re-rigged it, and I hooked the hook through the eyelet of the main hook on it and put that one back on. I'm hunting it right now, so fingers crossed, nothing dumb happens. I am wearing my harness like usual. We'll see how it goes. It's a beautiful fall evening, a bit breezy. I'm sitting over a standing bean field. I can only shoot like pretty much in a window right here. I've never killed out of this stand before. I think it's been up for like 3 or 4 years and I have never maintained it, and it's got to come down this winter. Been here way too long without maintenance, so we're gonna see what comes along. I don't think I'm gonna shoot a doe today because I can't drive to this location to pick it up, and I'm kind of a sissy, at least in Ohio. Why walk when you can drive and it's flat everywhere, so why would you be able to drive? It's like somebody just threw a switch. I think these deer caught my scent. It's blowing a little more that way than I wanted it to. But a bunch of deer just came out here. It just came out from the middle of the woods. And a little buck came out of that waterway. Small buck right there underneath that orange leaf tree. Another small buck. I had just looked down and noticed the leaves were blowing a little more north than I really wanted them to. I kind of considered getting down right then, calling it a night. But I've barely been out this year. This is my 5th sit, and 2 of those were in my backyard. So I didn't really want to quit. But they definitely smelled something I didn't like. They're like 200, 300 yards away now. Still trying to find Source to something they didn't like. Little bucks on the right. Group of flags on the left. Those are the ones that smelled something I didn't like. That young buck found something he wanted to chase. And now he's chasing them all. Well, these young bucks just got these other deer running in circles. They're running all over out here. It's pretty funny. Kind of chase them all away from me, which is fine, but it's just kind of entertaining. I'm just putting my binos up on this deer that's been standing in the corner of the woods for a while. I just realized it's got antlers. I can't really tell what size it is, but I can tell it's got antlers that are decently wide. That's 400 yards away, and it's getting pretty dark out. Those beams look pretty good. Can't tell his tine length, but he could be a solid buck. It's after sunset here. We're running out of light pretty quick. Even if he came at me, I don't think I have enough light to shoot him. It's 10 after 7. Sunset was, I don't know, 15 minutes ago or more. Well, apparently those are both bucks because they're sparring a little bit. And maybe it's that one I saw earlier, but I think he's bigger than that. Yeah, my hunt for tonight's pretty much done. Suddenly it's a wild kingdom up there. There's all kinds of deer out. Great to see, but I gotta walk past them on the way back to the truck. On the walk out, I received a text from my nephew Nick that he had shot a buck, so I headed his way to help with the recovery. We just look at it and marvel at it. Well, it's the 29th of October. It is 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's about 35 degrees out with a very light variable wind. And complacency got me this morning. It got me bad. Some deer came from the south of me and went kind of behind me, like right behind me, like 15 yards behind me. First one was a doe and a fawn. First two were doe and a fawn. Third one was a small buck. I was filming that small buck following those does. And along came a 140-inch 8-point. And I don't remember if I was standing up or sitting down. But I know when he was at 15 yards in all my open lanes, I was turned around reaching for my bow. That's about when you see him walk through the frame. They went right behind me here, and I think they caught, the does probably saw me moving, because I had to turn all the way around to get my bow. That buck stayed within 50 yards for quite a while, but I just never had a shot through an open lane. The other deer were looking for me. He was looking for me, and there's probably 4 deer that's looking for me for at least 5 minutes. He walked off, and the doe searched for me for probably 20 minutes or more. I'm just pretty sick about it. Just stupid. I definitely should have had that buck. 100% killable. I won't get another chance like that this year, I'm sure. In the years past, I've hunted a lot of days and not had an opportunity like that. And today I just missed it. Just dumb. Anyway, we're gonna sit here and feel sorry for ourselves for another, I don't know, half hour maybe. And then we're gonna tear down and go home. Well, it is October November 30th, almost 10 o'clock. Super busy in here today. 2 small bucks, both chasing pretty good. Just been covered up all morning. Still have 3 button bucks here, or yearlings or something, within about 60 yards. So I'm gonna try to slowly and quietly tear down so I get back out of here. But been a great morning. No shooter bugs. But after yesterday's debacle, I'm not shocked. That was probably my only opportunity for a while. It's a great set. Can't complain a bit. Well, it is November the 3rd. It's about 6:30 in the morning. Had to come out in a headlamp today. It is so dark out. There's fog. I'd be surprised if there's 100-yard visibility. It's pretty much raining in this tree because there's so much condensation. And the weird part was, when I climbed my tree stand, it's about 18 feet off the ground. I could see the stars, and when I was on the ground, couldn't see anything. Couldn't hardly see the neighbor's lights. So I'm gonna get ready, sit here, get cooled off and dressed up, and get rained on for a while, I guess. Guess I need to bring some rain gear. But I've been trying to be a fair weather hunter because of camera equipment, but it is ridiculously dark out. So I'm gonna continue to get cooled off and dressed up, and we'll start hunting here in about an hour. Well, it is 10 o'clock in the morning. The fog has finally burned off, and it's been a pretty lackluster morning. The fog just burned off maybe 15-20 minutes ago, and I've only seen 6 deer. Well, it's November the 5th, about 9 o'clock. It's about 62 degrees out, and 20-ish mile-an-hour winds. Kind of covered up in deer this morning. Young doe and a small buck came underneath me. A buck was like 10 yards working that screep. He got like 5 yards, and I think he noticed something didn't look right in this tree. But those guys are directly downwind from me. They haven't winded me yet. You can't hear nothing today. It's just too windy. Deer kind of all around in here working yet. Mostly button bucks and young deer. Hopefully we'll see something worth putting an arrow in today. But we're going to stick it out for another hour or two and see what happens. Well, it's 10:30. I don't know, it's probably 65 degrees out, maybe a little warmer. We're at sustained winds in the 20s and gusts to at least 30 right now, I would say. I'm not uncomfortable yet where I'm at, but nothing's really happening. And it's getting late in the morning. I don't know if I'm going to go out tonight. It's wind advisory, 28 mile an hour wind, sustained. gusts up to 50. So if I do, it'll be probably in the stand we know as the tree house. It's a homemade box blind, elevated, about 15 feet high, and it's got big windows. It'd be hard to hide in if anything would come within bow range. So if I went tonight, it'd be in that. It's also supposed to rain. I think I'm gonna go home and watch some football, and I don't know, play it by ear. We'll see if we're gonna go out tonight or not, but kind of stinks. It is the best time of the year, in my opinion. It's like the 5th of November. I've hunted pretty hard for the last 3 days, and I haven't even seen a 2.5-year-old deer while hunting. So we're gonna tear down and get ready to go watch some football. Maybe that'll be more exciting than what's going on in the woods this week. I mean, I'm sure it's exciting somewhere. It's just not exciting where I've been, so. Well, it is 20 after 8 on November the 6th. It's like 45 degrees out. The forecast was for like 52. I am underdressed and I am cold. I saw one buck this morning. 3, I think, other deer. They're all like yearlings. Pretty calm this morning. If there was any wind, I'd probably be quit hunting because I'm just so cold. But just abysmal. I mean, nothing's moving, nothing's going on. Can't even see a mature deer. We're gonna stick it out here for I don't know, another hour or 2 if I can stand it. Well, it is November the 7th. It's 3:30 in the afternoon, and I was fortunate enough to get a babysitter tonight. I'm sitting in one of my most productive stands over the last several years, hoping for a good result tonight. Been hunting I had 7 sets over the last 4 days, morning and evening, and I failed to see a 2.5-year-old buck. So to say it's been abysmal is an understatement. Of course, I was sitting in my office, which is an upstairs bedroom in my house, this morning at 10:30, and I saw a 140-inch shooter drinking out of my pond. It just infuriates me. Everybody I know is killing good bucks. It's going on, even though it's hot. It's like 60 degrees out right now. It's hot in the sun. Anyway, we're gonna turn the camera off. I'm gonna stop talking, and we're gonna start hunting. I think there's a buck chasing in here, but I haven't seen it yet. To my left, I saw 3 tails go running through the woods. And my wind is definitely not going that direction. Well, it's 5 o'clock now. I had a flurry of activity. Right after turning the camera off, there was a doe that saw me stand up from like 100 yards. She locked on me for about 20 to 30 minutes. But there was 4 or 5 other does in the area here working through back and forth. Nothing closer than 50 yards, but I saw them running back and forth through the woods. So I assume something was chasing them. I don't know. I never saw horns on anything, so I don't know. But we're gonna keep it on. Hopefully something good happens. I'm gonna put this camera back up and definitely a shooter walkthrough.